Okay, this is better because I'm in some cooled air, some air condition. Y'all see the muscles? Ooh. And some air condition, repping the KEDI tribe. Yeah. Whew. I was outside, I was grounding, and I wanted to tell you guys, I wanted to give you an update. I wanted to tell you what happened on yesterday because today is a new day. Uh-oh. Back this way. Uh-oh. Oh, bad, y'all. I didn't mean. I'm back. Okay. And I don't want to sit it on the speaker thing because I feel like it'll do all that rumbling. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Whew. So, I had expressed to you guys that yesterday on July 30th was my last day bartending at this restaurant I would bartend at. I've been there on and off 2 years since I relocated to Memphis, Tennessee. And let me just express to you how God works. I expressed to you guys I had unwavering faith. You know, I told you I was facing a balance of, $2,398 that I had to pay them people today. You feel me? And due to the fact that I was going to leave, it didn't make sense, for me to leave. And all of this was because I put in a request to go from working 3 days a week to 1 day a week, y'all. And the former manager at the time, she was like, that's not going to work for us. Sorry. So I knew that I'd already made it up in my mind that I was going to have to leave. However, it ended up working out to where I didn't leave. I didn't quit. I didn't have to terminate myself. They terminated me. Since it is an at-will state, they basically just didn't put me on the schedule. When it was crazy because I knew when I got denied that in a sense that's what that was. And instead of, and they tried to do it so clever too by, saying they didn't need 2 bartenders. Like, they didn't even allow me to work my full shift on yesterday. When I didn't speak to the manager that decided, to deny my request, and, when I thought she was actually the one supportive of me, when she denied my request, and when I didn't speak to her on yesterday, I didn't give her, I'm talking about like, I just didn't acknowledge her at all. I'm just here to do what I have to do and leave. When I didn't give her the acknowledgement, nor did I have the same attitude that I usually would have to her, oh, that pissed her off, and she was absolutely ready to send me home. And I checked the schedule, of course, and of course I wasn't on there. And that's okay. I was already prepared, so it didn't catch me off guard or anything. I left peacefully. And you remember how I stated that I didn't know how that was going to get paid, but it was going to get paid. I paid that $2,398 today. Excuse me. God paid that $2,398 today. Now, it is my responsibility to maintain and manage all of my responsibilities moving forward because it's me and him now. I'm doing what he wants me to do, and I am here being an example because I understand that with other people, or if you're looking at this, you like, girl, what in the world? How in the... That is why I am tested and approved and qualified and God certified to do what I do, to give you a LIFEGASM, to be able to help you have the mentality, develop the mentality, develop the unwavering faith to really live this out in real life. We don't just talk about it, we be about it. And these are one of the many things that I grow through, that I've grown through, that I'm just now putting out here on the forefront for everybody else to witness, to be able to learn. So they thought that they were really hurting me because, oh, we're going to fire her the day before rent is due. 2 days before rent is due. And, oh, we ain't even going to let her work her whole day that we scheduled. Technically, you can go. You want to know something so crazy, y'all? I'm so grateful that I have God and I have my gifts and my talents to fall back on, because I ask you so you can ask yourself. If you were in my situation, put yourself in my situation, right? You dependent on whatever job you have, and they just decide, or the world just decides to just shut on down. What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to fend for yourself? Do you have a storehouse that you can depend on in the event times get rough? That's the importance of tithing, y'all, if you didn't know. And I learned something new today, that the storehouse, me putting back that 10%, those are seeds. I'm storing seeds. Because guess what? I needed those seeds to be able to get my supplies, to be able to do what I need to do. Had I would have mismanaged or been a bad stewardess over what he had given me and with what I had, when in my mind, and it ain't really much, you would think that it's not much, but you have everything that you need. So if I had to have just mismanaged that and just didn't steward right, I would have been in a bigger crap hole than what I put myself in. How I got there, and how I got there was lack of being tapped in, lack of not operating in where I needed to be operating, lack of putting in the effort, lack of faith, lack of vision, lazy, procrastinating, that casting my pearls out to swine, drifting, those things. But you want to know what's crazy? If I hadn't gotten up at 5 a.m. today to do my KEDI MEDI SESSHH for the people, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think that God would have came through for me. I really wholeheartedly know for a fact he would have let me suffer just a little bit more, because I ain't learned. But I got up today and I did my session. I did what I was supposed to do. I went on. I did what I was supposed to do. And I'm updating you. I'm good, y'all. You good. When you know, you know. And if you don't know them, get to know them. You need help, I got you. 970-270-8420. Book a LIFEGASM to get your life in order, because we are worthy and we are deserving, but we genuinely have to get ourselves together and be accountable and be ready to roll up our sleeves and get get real, because it gets ugly when you're dealing with yourself and the things that you put yourself in, and the decisions and the choices that you've made thus far, and having to actually have the discipline and have the will and the drive to not want to do the same old because you want different and you're expecting different results. You can't have a different outcome doing the same stuff, having the same habits, everything. None of that. Yeah.